150 word per minute, May 1977, first paper. Mr. Chairman Sir, I have been deeply touched by the kind reference made to me by almost all the honorable members of this House. I am thankful for those kind references. The task of replying to the budget discussion has been made easy by the intervention of the Chief Minister, who dealt with many of the difficult points raised. Now, the main criticism against the budget was not with reference to the various items of expenditure proposed or the existing sources of revenue, but was with reference to the fresh taxation proposals. Many honorable members said that fresh taxation was not necessary at the present time. My honorable colleague pointed out that no finance minister who came forward with fresh taxation proposals could be popular. I do realize it. It is not as if I do not have the desire to be popular. I am also a human being, but I have brought forward these proposals only as a matter of duty. If we have to implement the 5-year plan, it is absolutely necessary that we should augment our resources. Some members may ask why we should be in a hurry. Sir, we have to think of the millions of people who are starving, who are ignorant, and who are suffering from diseases of all sorts. They have been longing for a long time that their conditions should improve. Can I tell them that it does not matter much if they suffer for some more years? Certainly, I cannot take that responsibility. I have to tell them that I am doing my best to improve their conditions of living to the maximum extent possible in the circumstances. Therefore, I have come forward with these taxation proposals only with a view to see that the government are in a better position to implement the plan which is intended to raise the standard of living of the people. Some honorable members asked whether we should not try to reduce expenditure. As finance minister, I have examined the question whether it is possible to cut down expenditure. It can be done either by reducing salaries or by retrenchment of personnel. But after examining the question in detail, I have come to the conclusion that reducing the scales of pay is not a practical proposition now. As regards retrenchment, I may tell the House that the officers in the higher category are very limited in number. After the separation of Andhra, we have combined many points into one post. But in spite of partisan, the amount of work which has to be done out by the various heads of departments has not gone down considerably. We have also to take into consideration the fact that we cannot send away persons who have been in our employ for a long time. Therefore, it is not possible to effect further retrenchment in the higher cat of personnel. Coming to the low paid personnel, there is already acute unemployment and the position is becoming more and more difficult. If we send these persons out, we will be only adding to the number of unemployed persons. Therefore, there is not much scope for retrenchment and reduction of expenditure on that account. I now come to the vexed question of sales tax. It is not as if the chief minister and other ministers are unaware of the difficulties of the merchants in the administration of the sales tax law. But in spite of that, we are unable to introduce the single point tax immediately because of the difficulties involved. If we introduce it, there will be a very large reduction in our revenue. We have to remember that sales tax is our main source of revenue and that it has come to stay. Therefore, we are not in a position to give it up, but we have got to evolve methods which would make the working of this measure easy and not difficult for the people who have to pay a tax. That should be our aim. I would invite honorable members to make concrete suggestions in that direction instead of simply advising the government to give up this tax or convert it immediately into a single point tax. This is here we have given relief in respect of certain articles because we realized the difficulties involved in collecting the sales tax with reference to these articles. Demands are now made that this, that, and article should be exempted from sales tax.